Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in to my rookie walkthrough for the quarterback tournament. In this video, I'll walk you through the shots that I'll use and some of the possible alternatives. Take note, you'll have to approach this course according to your clubs, your balls, and your skill level. The set of instructions you'll see displayed here is for the wind in that particular video. So as the tournament changes and the wind shifts, so must we. This is a way to get started, get your notes ready for qualification, and let's get into it. Welcome to hole number 1. This one here, I'm coming in with a katana and a lower level extra mile here. Maximum top spin, maximum left spin, and you see that ball guide. I've got the second bounce just on the rough there, and we're lined up right over the top of those 3 bushes. Adjusting this shot at 20% maximum distance. Now, I understand you can do this hole a couple of different ways. You can bomb it down the right-hand side, or you can play it to the middle between the bunkers and do a backspin shot with a wood club such as a sniper. But unless you have higher level clubs, you're not going to be able to execute that shot here from the front tee. So showing this shot here, how we get a little bump through the trees and roll it out nicely into the fairway to set ourselves up for a second shot with a long iron. Now I'm choosing to play with my backbone club here. This one, as you can see, I'm playing it at 10% max. Now you could argue this one might be at about mid distance. It's really going to depend on the wind and how that's going to set up for you. I'm actually playing this one with the top right edge of the red ring, touching the rough there just about perfectly, as you can see. And I'm not actually using any spin at all for this shot. Now, of course, if you've got headwind or more direct tailwind, we'll have to, accommodate those wind conditions accordingly. But given this setup here, seems to be a really safe play for all club levels. Give you a chance to get it in there and see if we can't start off the tournament with a boom. Good luck. Hole number 2. This is a fun little par 3 that we've played a few times in tournaments before. I'm setting this up for the rough bump, if at all possible. Coming in with a sniper club and a katana ball. You could use a kingmaker here. The idea is you want to use maximum right spin, and given this wind here, I'm playing about a half a bar of top spin. Take note that the second bounce is kind of just before the fringe, and adjusting that one at 30% max. There is a little bit of a funnel here on this green for this shot. If you cannot manage to make the adjustment because of the way that tree is in the way, you can definitely play the same 30%, bounce it, and come on in, but hopefully we can get this drop each and every time. Welcome to hole number 3. This is the first par 5, and I'm setting up here conservatively with a katana ball and a quarterback, 3 bars of top spin, a couple 2.5 to 3 bars of left spin, given our current spin values, setting up with that red ring, sort of just before the outcropping on the left-hand side. Playing the adjustment 10% max. The idea is here to get the ball as close to the end of the first fairway here without going over. Now, if you have the right kind of ball, high-level clubs, and good wind, you can definitely push this drive really, really hard and get this one up near the green. This isn't the longest par 5 ever, but for most rookie players, this drive here is going to be a nice, safe option to set you up with a really good opportunity. Sniper second shot here that I will be playing with 2 bars of backspin, and I'm setting up that, see that, 2 bars of backspin. I do have a tiny little tick of right spin there. That's maybe not necessarily relevant in all wind, but anyway, about half the red ring here is cutting the rough, and that second bounce is just before the fringe. Adjusting this shot 0% maximum distance. This one here I think is a really good chance. Take note that that green, it does slope slightly from right to left, and we can also play this hole on the left side. If the wind is favorable, you can play a big max topspin shot for the drive on the left, but I like this right side. Gives us a good chance for Alba. Good luck, guys. Hole number 4, you can see this par 3 from the video. I haven't played this hole in a while. However, it doesn't change the approach one bit. I'm using my Marlin ball here with 0% medium distance adjustment and my sniper club. Now, given this crosswind, I am using about a bar of topspin to bounce it up with the top left red ring touching the rough there. See how we're just kind of cutting in, and that second bounce is about 1 green square before the fringe, and really just aligning it up at the hole. This one here, it does obviously, like all holes, play a little differently depending on the wind. So if we've got that headwind, we might want to use a little bit more topspin, and you may even use a half a bar of backspin here in a true, or even 1 backspin in a true tailwind. So take note of how that ball guide is looking depending on the wind. This one here, though, we get a little luck. Maybe we'll get this one in the hole. Hole number 5, this one here, this is the only one that you won't see me actually drop it. I'm coming in with an extra mile and a Titan. Max top, 1 bar of right spin. Take note, this second fairway, it does slope severely from right to left. So you might even want to use 2 bars of right spin here. And I'm using about 75% overpower here, going directly to that second fairway. This one really comes down to risk reward, depending on how you want to play it. But you got a nice long rollout here. And when you play it aggressively like this, you're going to set yourself up for a long iron. But if you got headwind and you have to just bounce it over the rough from the drive, then you're just going to play a wood club into the green. I would bring a Saturn and a Guardian for this hole. This second shot here, now I would actually say that if I had played this one at maximum backspin and played it directly to the pin like this with 10% maximum adjustment, I think we could have dropped this one, because as you're going to see here, it's not like we missed by much. And the other thing to consider is I am adjusting down here ever so slightly into the bunker, so you know, you could definitely have an argument there to maybe push it up a little quarter of a ring or something like that. But nonetheless, the idea is there's a nice big slope on the back of the green. If you've got enough of a ball guide and long enough of a reach, you can actually get a nice, just about nice little roll down the hill there. Hole number 6, this one is a really fun par 4. It can be frustrating, it can be very difficult, but when you can execute the drive here, it makes for a really, really fun shot. Max top, with our new spin values, that'll be about 2 bars of right spin. Now, this one here, you see how I'm setting it up with the yellow ring. It's basically cutting the rough like that, about 50% in the rough, 50% in the fairway, adjusting the shot for 10% max, and then we're pushing it back up to maximum. Now, the idea is here, we're going to land this shot just before that little island of trees in the middle of the fairway. Tiny bit of right curl, not too much. Make sure you're going to hit perfect here. That's important. And if all works out according to plan, we're going to bounce here nicely up and over that central fairway rough, and then just bring it gently down the hill here to set ourselves up for a very straightforward wedge play. Now, I'm going to show you the wedge play because I do think it is really satisfying just to get that eagle on this hole. And personally, I like to go according to the Jared A. Endbringer rule. That one here, I would play 20% at club. Now, of course, in the video here, I'm coming in with the Firefly. And guys, I have found out that the Firefly club, for me, in my play, has been working with that 20% rule as well. So give it a go. See if you can't get yourself an eagle on this really important par 4. Hole number 7, this is the last of the par 3s. This one here, we're playing this one at 10% max. I'm coming in with a maximum side spin 3 ball. Max right, couple bars of backspin, about 2.2 given this wind scenario. And I'm setting it up here with the blue ring ever so slightly, just dipping into the bunker. This way I can line it up with that second bounce just before the fringe. And what this does is it allows us to safely navigate these fairway bunkers. Just that little 10% adjustment there, very nice. And the idea is then to use a bit of right curl, right edge of the ball, touching the right edge here of the pullback or aim circle. And if you have a little bit of luck in your step, you might just get this one in the hole. Hole number 8. This one is fun. If you want to try to go for the green, to bounce up past this little island, max right curl, by all means, you go for it. Otherwise, bring a power 3 ball with side spin 3, max top, max left here. And I'm going to adjust this shot at 10% max. You'll see how my ball guide is very close to that bunker. You're going to see here that even with left curl, I'm definitely still going to come a little bit close to it. So take special note of that. The idea is I just want to get it set up to give myself a nice green side short iron or maximum distance wedge shot. Now, there's an argument for both. I'm definitely going to show you the dunk here on this shot. But you know, with the way I've been doing with the Endbringer lately, if I find myself in a max Endbringer range, I'm probably going to play that shot. So play according to your style, and that's really what it comes down to here. This one I did play this at min, so max back for the dunk. And not my favorite shot in the game. I've definitely messed this one up a few times. But this example here happens to be one of my redeeming moments, and I really hope you can have the same experience. I like taking the left side route here instead of going for the green because I feel like it gives you a chance to get that eagle each and every time, and it takes a little bit of that variability out of it. So, you know, play according to your risk profile. It's like a mutual fund, you know. You pick the one that works for you, and as long as we all get a profit in the end, that's really all that matters. Hole number 9, the last hole of the tournament. This is one we haven't played in quite a while. Max top, about a bar of right spin here in tailwind with a power 3 ball and an extra mile. This one's 10%, but I actually just eyeball it, you know, with that nice straight tailwind. Given this one about 80% overpower or so. It's really going to depend on the wind here. Now, there is a play where you're going to use like an APOC or maybe a quarterback and curl this drive to the right there, and then you can play it through the trees with the sniper. You may have to do that in headwind, so keep that in mind. Making it over to this second fairway can be almost impossible if you don't have the right wind. But when you have a nice play to the end of that second fairway, what it does is it's going to leave us here. Well, you can bounce it over with the Goliath, as you saw, or another long iron, or with about 3 bars of topspin here, you can play a rough bump. Now, that depends where you set your aim at. I have the top of the clear ring just cutting into the fairway there, so that is going to change the amount of spin that you're going to need. And I'm adjusting this one at 10% minimum distance. And you know what, this I think is a really great way. If you can end the tournament with an albatross, it makes for so much fun. But it's always fun. I love it. I hope you guys have a wonderful tournament. Good luck in the quarterback tournament. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in to my rookie walkthrough video for the quarterback tournament. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below. And please take this moment to subscribe now to Erlich Gaming so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Good luck in the tournament.